chilling.
All right, here we go. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the Fix This Build That Sunday Night Live show. I'm Brad.
And I'm Susan.
And we are excited to be on YouTube exclusively.
Yes.
You see, no phone. We're not welcoming Instagram folks because this is YouTube 100%. We decided enough was enough. And yeah, you guys are seeing it all here. So welcome, everybody. We'll let some folks come in here. I guess that's the downside, is that there is a little bit of delay, but we'll get all the chats. But we do have some folks that came into the chat early. Let's see here. We got Flya Bus. We got Stan Powell. What's up, my man? Nailbender in the house. Toby Fultz. Michael DeMarchi. What's up, Michael? Andrew Clausen Woodworks. Jeff Hirschman. And Rick and Big Willie. What's up, guys? What is up? All right. Yeah, it is raining like crazy over here.
It is.
So let's see here. You can go. We're going to get Susan signed in. Ooh, we are live now. So there she is. It's probably already muted. But what you can do is just knock out the chat, and then we won't have to stream this. So pop out chat, and then like reduce this or something. There you go. All right, cool.
All right.
Woo! All right, I'm fired up. We got a little space here.
I know.
And everything. So to start off, this week we just released today 6 nail gun mistakes and how to avoid them. So that was kind of fun. I talk a lot about different types of nails and nail guns. So if you're interested in like cordless versus pneumatic, or what size nails, or what type of gauge to use, and then also some tips and tricks on usage, because a lot of times people are running into this, right?
It's a problem.
Somebody's like,
Sounds
ooh,
like
the mouth harp.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, there's some ASMR. Hold on.
About to
That's
break
not
the
ASMR.
computer.
Hold on.
What?
Just some real nice close-up microphone twanging.
That's what the people came for.
So if you guys have not checked out that video, make sure you go check that out. That is available up there on the YouTube main channel. So that is the video for this week and what we've been doing. But before we jump in any further, let's see here, Builders Club. We had some new folks join the Builders Club, and I wanted to welcome them. We had Jon Holmberg, Jane Barwick, Eric Wilder, Asad Naqvi, Dakota Land and Cattle, Colbra 2, Phil Deschaine, Mike Shed, and R. Withrow.
Right.
Thank you so much for those folks who have joined. And if you're not familiar with what the Builders Club is, it's basically the inner circle of the Fix This Build That audience. They get more content, they get free plans, they get credits in the videos, as well as shout outs on the live. So if you're interested, you can check it out, fixthisbuildthat.com/live. And there's a link in the description. I don't even have to explain it to YouTube,
so
to
handy.
Instagram people.
They know what's going on.
They know what's going on. Boom. Yes. All right. We got a bunch of people joining on now as well. We're at Ontario, Manitoba. We got all kinds of that. Take that, Instagram, Michael DeMarchi says. That's right.
They're
hey,
too
Beth,
rowdy.
how are you?
They're too rowdy.
Good evening, Average Craftsman. Average Craftsman, what's your name? You're always on here, and I know you've probably told me in the past.
Tell us again.
But tell us again, because I'm always saying Average Craftsman, Average Craftsman. And same with Nailbender. Like if I'm not calling you by your name, I'm pretty good with names. Like once I lock it in.
He is good. Sometimes he calls me Sarah, but only every once in a while.
Why are you so close to me, Scooch? Magooch.
Jeez.
We're not on Instagram. Let's spread our wings and fly.
I thought you loved me. Why are you so close to me?
You thought?
Right after I said sometimes he calls me Sarah. Oh, by the way, this man tonight at bedtime, we're putting the kids to bed. It's raining here. Our youngest was kind of scared, whatever, so I'm dealing with her. And this man was lying in wait for me.
Was not lying in wait.
You were standing in wait for me in our middle guy's bedroom. I walked in there, room's dark, climb up into the loft bed, there's a video, and kiss him goodnight. And you jumped out from behind the door.
I did not jump out.
That's what it felt like.
I reached out and grabbed her arm.
I mean, I'm the kind of person that you could be standing in front of me and say boo, and I will probably jump. Like
I always keep it low key.
And it's enough already.
Because I know I can't get too aggressive.
Do you remember what you used to do? Our
when
old house in
Ohio,
it had the stairs that kind of turned. Like here's the front hall. You'd go up the stairs. There's like a little platform, and then you'd go up the rest of the way. And then up at the top was like the hallway, and it went both sides. He would lay up there on the floor at night when it was dark, and I thought he was like brushing his teeth or something. And what would you do? How did you do that? You like reach out and grab me as I walked by at night, of course.
Yes. I highly recommend, by the way.
It's great for
to
your
all
marriage.
the husbands out there.
Anyway.
Highly recommend.
We're still talking about it, so I guess it was memorable.
Exactly, it's there.
Anyway.
Let's see here. Big Willie picked up a new Festool ETS. Nice. That's a great sander. It's a great sander. Greg Hicks grabbing a cordless one soon. That's cool. Hey Travis, what's up? Tundra SR5. That's a good truck. What is up? Philip Stanfield, what's up, dude? Fixed the nailer today after watching the video. All your nails wouldn't go in the wood all the way. That is great to hear, man. I'm glad that tip helped you out.
Oh, good.
Cool. So before we jump into I guess we talk about what's next now.
What's next?
So what's next? If you were on here last,
I like music for it.
if you're on here last week, we said what's next was the
video.
kitchen.
Oh, the kitchen.
Yeah, and I just like
that didn't happen.
All these comments came. So the reason I made this video is like when I was making I did a social post on Instagram about making the drawers, and like when I was nailing in the drawers, I would hold it and then move my hand, nail,
like a ninja,
move my fingers, and people were like, "Why are you doing that?" Or a lot of people were like, "Oh, I see you got a nail in your finger before," and I was like, "Huh." And then I put out a poll about like what questions do you guys have, and I've never shot a nail into my finger, but it has been close.
We should be knocking on wood right now.
It has been close, and so because it was close, I always do that nail anyway. Nail. I said nail. I always do that now. And I just thought these other questions were coming up, and I was like, that would be a great video, and it'd be fast for us to do. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. I've gotten a lot of great comments about, love the detailed tips and tricks. It was obviously not a build, so I was able to do the entire video in one day, which was fantastic as far as the filming, and then back and forth on the editing for a couple days with Scott, the editor. But tell me what you guys thought about that, because we'll definitely do more if there's interest there, and it's doing well. I mean, I didn't expect it to like blow off the doors, but it's like it's like in the five spot.
No hidden drawer video or anything.
It's no hidden drawer.
But I mean,
I wouldn't do them all the time, but it will allow us to put out more videos.
Right.
Get some more content.
Get more
out
of this beautiful face in your feed.
In the feed.
In your feed.
All right. Are you're just?
I've said hi.
Okay. I didn't know if you were reading them or not. I don't know.
I'm reading them.
Okay. Oh, okay. So before we jump in, we're gonna do beer of the week. Beer of the. Just like left me hanging.
I was reading the comments.
Beer of the week.
You didn't even have the thing on the screen yet.
Beer of the week. We're going back to Sierra Nevada again, which is fantastic. Bottle conditioned. What does that mean?
I don't know. Where does
bottle
it say
conditioned?
That?
Right
bottle
above pale
conditioned.
Ale. Sierra Nevada
It's like they
Ale.
use conditioner on their bottles.
That's right.
Bottle conditioned.
Bottle conditioned.
I really want to Google
right,
it. I'm Googling it. I can, because we don't have Instagram going right now.
You put it in the bottle and it's conditioned.
It does seem like it would be pretty
simple. All right,
simple.
here, come on, cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Don't worry about all that. Whoa, it's got one of your hairs on it. How's that happen?
I'm not surprised. My hairs are everywhere.
Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. That is a tasty one. I always think of Stifler whenever I have the Pale Ale.
Stifler. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I know.
That is good. I haven't had one of these in years.
All right, let's see here.
Yum, it's good.
Bought a domino. Dang, average craftsman hitting a domino. Tim, Tim, I do remember meeting you. I remember your sticker, quite honestly. And if I saw your face, I'd remember you. But I can't look at your logo and put it with your face. But if I saw your face, I would remember, because I am good with faces.
Anything else you're good with?
No, not much. Let's see here. Popping into IG under your business page. I know, dude. Yeah, Nailbender, you always jack me up on that. I'm easy to throw off.
It's the way they carbonate the beer.
It's the way they carbonate the beer.
That's all I know.
Fantastic. Okay.
Oh, man.
What is my favorite woodpecker's tool? Big Willie's Garage. Ooh, that's an interesting question. It's probably this little guy. I got this one, I think I got it at Workbench Con, the first one, I think. It's this little mini square.
How much is that, do you think?
Oh, God, like $1,000. No.
I was just going to say,
it's
how cool that it's like the smallest one.
No, it's still, it's like 25 bucks, I swear.
You don't need the big ones, people. Just buy the little guy.
Fruitin' thing is like 25 bucks. But a great alternative is the DFM Toolworks little mini square. This one's, I don't know, probably like 20 bucks.
I know it's not Christmas, but these would make fantastic.
This could even be like 35. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is probably my favorite thing, but I like the DFM one, because it's, well, two. Orange. So like this has got a little chamfered corner, which is smart. So it doesn't, if you have a little schmutz in the corner or something, it won't do it. Plus, it's got the little holes in it to do a self-centering dealio.
They're smart.
They are smart. So.
Yeah, but you do use those a lot.
Yep, I do.
Yeah.
I use them for setup and stuff
Yep.
like that. But actually, hot off the press, I didn't even talk to you about this. We are
What is it?
Well, I've talked to you a little bit about this. We're working on
I am close to you.
trying to figure out, like, I know you're like,
Sorry.
hey.
I'm used
Trying
to
to
it.
trying to figure out like just find a cool, find the best measuring device and marking device. And I guess I'm not going
For
there
what?
yet. Don't worry about it.
Measuring-
For
Oh.
wood and things.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds great. I'm glad we-
yes.
glad we
Oh,
had
by the
that
way,
chat.
big thank you to Littman Brothers for providing
Yes,
the beer.
thank you.
Sorry about that. Forget about that. All right. It means the carbonation develops in the bottle versus injecting CO2 after the fact. Michael,
So smart.
the Marchie in the house, letting us know.
Michael, did you know
Maker
that?
by proxy.
Or did
What's
you
up,
Google
Robert?
It? I bet like really, whatever, like beer people would know that. You know, like people that like crafted.
Oh yeah.
Like
I have no idea. I'm sure they
homebrew
do. I'm sure that's
people.
like a thing.
Yeah.
Right. That's probably
Maybe,
like
I don't know.
better. I assume it's better. You wouldn't advertise if it was worse. I would assume.
Right. We're doing the bad way to make the
We
beer.
do it the cheapest way. Let's see here.
Tastes good.
West Virginia,
Who is
it's
here?
raining. Dennis Miko, what's up?
Yeah. Hey,
Stephen
Dennis.
Wilton.
Us too.
Awesome, Stephen. I hope you were enjoying. Oh, he's from the UK. Awesome. Cool. Let's see
Oh,
here.
Jeff says, "Did I miss the recipe review? You did not miss it yet,
Oh,
Jeff.
is Katie here though?
I don't think she's here yet.
I don't think Katie's
we gotta
here.
wait
so
for
we're gonna
Katie
have
to ship for the tikka masala, which
tikka masala, not
tikka.
tiki. It's
We
not like a
realized we
tiki.
had a couple things wrong. We were calling it marsala, like chicken marsala, like Italian food. It's not. There's no R. It's masala. We did make it. I made it.
She made it. She did. She didn't make.
But-
She didn't make Katie's recipe though.
I did not. No, I did a slightly healthy version. So
Yes. It's $30. Yeah, that is expensive.
$30 for the little.
for that little mini
I
square.
mean, you know, if you use it all the time, you said it's your
Sure.
most frequently used woodpecker's tool.
No, he
so
asked me
it's-
if it was my favorite one.
Yes.
But
Well,
yes, but
yeah.
if I only had that, I probably would use it. I use the other one, but yeah, I use it quite a bit. I do.
Okay.
I would pay $30 for that. Maybe.
He'd wait for it to go on sale. They never go on sale though, right?
No.
Yeah, so
don't
you'd
think
have
so.
to just pay the $30.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and it's orange. Michael Stockdale, exactly. A little UT orange in there. Katie D just got a Supermax 1632. Congrats on that. A drum sander is. How many of you guys have drum sanders? Because a drum sander, oddly enough, and this is fully, well, actually not. Before I even started creating content, I owned 3 different drum sanders. And since I started creating content, I have owned, my gosh, I can't even remember, 3 or 4
You're
more.
like a drum sander addict.
I've told this. So I started off with a Performax 1632, which is like what it was actually. It was interesting. It was Performax was. I don't know how it all worked, but it was like with Jet. It was like, or maybe it was on its own. Maybe it was Performax, and then they went to Jet. But then Performax, like I don't know how it happened, but basically, Jet and Performax was a thing, and then or Performax was a thing. Then Jet and Performax was a thing. I think they may have sold the licensing rights to it, whatever. And then Supermax are the people who made Performax. So, and now Supermax is Laguna. So, you know, whatever. But anyway, so I started off with a 1632 Performax. Then I upgraded to a, I don't remember the exact, then I upgraded to a 2244 Performax, which had a bunch of issues. And so I ended up selling it. It wouldn't run straight and all this. Then I had a 1632 Jet, which was upgraded, and it had the smart sand, which the original Performax did not. Then I had a 1938 Performax, or Supermax that I got from Supermax. Then I started working with Jet, and I got a 1836 from them. And then now I have a 2244 from them. So that makes 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've had a lot of drum sanders, and they're amazing, is my point. Is that and I bought those used ones for cheap. I bought the first 3 that I owned off of Craigslist, and I got them for the first one I got, I think was $500. I think they're all around between $500 and $700, which is not cheap, but it's half the price of new, at least half the price of new. So be on the lookout. I mean, not anymore. Like right now, like all machinery is like so high. Like so, the used market is like skyrocketed. The COVID screwed everything.
Everything is in demand and back ordered.
It
and
is.
back stocked.
Except for hotels. You can get sweet
That's
deals in
true.
hotels right
Anything
now.
in person, not so much. But pretty soon, I feel like come this summer or end or the fall, whenever. My mom was saying that it's going to be like end of the summer, early fall, when we're going to be maybe given a green light to
green life to have life
to kind of go back to normal. I think it's just going to go nuts though, like the travel industry everyone's so yearning to go do things.
All right, let's see here. Brian, what's up, dude? We have a question. He said golf grip tape was a great double-sided tape for pattern routing. That sounds interesting.
Really cool.
Any non-woodworking products that I have in the shop? That's a great question. What are some like little hacks?
I feel like you have all kinds of stuff.
Non-woodworking. My best non-woodworking item.
This is the entertainment in our house around like whenever the warm weather is here, and the like all the flies. If they were smart enough to spread the word to avoid the Rodriguez house, we would have no flies. I mean, because Brad is like a fly killing ninja.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to brag or anything.
I mean, he's ridiculous too. He's like fully animated while doing it. It's not like an idle.
Stealth. No.
Yeah. Oh no.
And like actually, I think they need. I should make like a wood. That's what I should do. I should make like a walnut fly swatter.
Oh jeez.
Because like when I'm swinging it.
What would you do with like not on the end though?
Well, no, obviously that. But
you were spraying fly guts all over my beer.
It's fine.
But then we'll trade beers. Oh no, we won't. You drank so much more than me already. Let's see.
You're getting fly guts in my beer.
It's about even. So there's like 3 sips left more that I would have if I kept my own beer. Should I keep my own beer or trade with Brad's, who potentially doesn't have fly guts?
No. So, anyway, the fly swatter, by far the best thing out in the shop that is non-woodworking.
But you have like Gorilla Glue, but that's like I guess that is.
Did you just switch, honestly?
I might have.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I didn't. Okay. You did a big assault gun. What is that?
Oh, the salt. It's like a pump action thing that shoots salt.
They spell it assault though, not assault, but assault.
Well, it's probably like.
He says assault.
Well, it's probably got
Which
auto-corrected.
is like a very tough. That would be like a really tough.
Yes.
Branded way to do it. We've heard about that.
Wallem
But
Lake.
is it okay? I don't understand how those work.
I don't either. Plan on building the cabinets soon. Are there any small tweaks I would change, or have they been working out great?
Which cabinets?
Yeah, which ones? That's a great question because I have a lot of cabinets. But if you're just thinking the modular cabinets in general, probably the one, depending upon how many you're building, and I made them modular, obviously, so that you can do as many as you want. But it's fine.
Just checking. If I see a leg, I'm out.
It's all organic. You probably eat bug guts all the time.
Okay.
So if I was going to build a bunch of them together, instead of using the leveling feet, stop it.
I'm just kidding.
Instead of using the leveling feet on each one individually, I would link a bunch of them together, either potentially by avoiding the toe kick altogether and then building its own base and just putting the cabinets on top of that, or maybe just having a ledger underneath all of them. It'll just make leveling everything out a lot easier. If you're, especially if you're doing just the 30-inch one's not a big deal. Once you start getting the 15-inch, and if you get several 15-inch, then it's just a lot more to deal with. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just you have to take the time to do it. So that'd probably be the only little tip and trick that I would give you.
Yeah, it's been trick.
When did sawdust become schmutz? That's the thing, is that, Dennis, it's not always sawdust. Sometimes it's like glue. Sometimes
glue is definitely schmutz.
Glue is schmutz.
Glue
like
with
dried glue.
Sawdust in it.
Yeah. Finish, dried finish in the corner. It's a great example.
I'm just saying, I'm German.
Like halfway dry glue
I feel like schmutz is something my grandma said a lot.
Halfway dry.
We smeared things, and then there was schmutz. I'm serious. When you said schmutz earlier, I was so proud. Because I don't feel like that was the thing you would have said back in the day.
No.
I rubbed off on him.
Yeah. Yes.
Lots of good titles already.
I know. I'm going like Schmutz and Schmears.
Schmutz versus Schmear.
Yes, I love it.
Oh my gosh, this thing keeps
Okay. I watched 2 people on here, yourself and Mr. Build It, Alex, is
responded
good.
to him.
Oh, did you?
I said, they're friends. Yeah, we love
Alex.
Stop
watching Alex. No.
No, Alex is hysterical.
Alex is a good friend of mine.
He does some really cool stuff too. And he's really great at what he does, but he's funny. He's always good to I don't know, he just does, my favorite one was the thumbnail where he is sitting on the toilet. Isn't he one like that where he's sitting on the toilet?
Yeah, sitting on the toilet, he's ridiculous.
Yes.
Let's see here, Robert, what mics are we using? Recorded the podcast And
Now, these are not what you would use to record a
I don't know what I'm
podcast,
doing
though, right?
with my hands.
Or is it a video like
No,
this?
you could. I mean, I wouldn't use these, Robert. Honestly, I wouldn't use these for a podcast. I would use the one I still use today is like super cheap in the grand scheme of things. Entry level is a Blue Yeti, which is the brand. Blue Yeti. No, a Blue. It's just Blue. Blue is the brand. Their Yeti is the more expensive popular mic. So it's a Blue Snowball Ice, and they call it a snowball because it's like literally is a round
like
ball.
A snowball.
Yeah, and that one's I think $50. So again, fairly inexpensive.
You've had that a long time.
I have, and it works awesome. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a USB mic, and you can have it in front of you instead of having to have that.
Yeah.
And so you can use it, like I use it on Skype calls, and I use it anytime I'm live streaming with anybody. So that's the one I recommend, honestly. But because you asked, these are the Movo LV8-C cardioid mics. Because these by themselves, I think these are $70 a piece.
They were not cheap.
But they are cardioid, so it versus omnidirectional. So if you do any research into that, basically cardioid is getting the noise from straight up, where omnidirectional, as it sounds, gets it from all around.
And we had omnidirectional ones originally, but
and there was like so much feedback.
one of us is a lot louder than the other one. We discovered. Who do you think that was?
I tried to tell.
I
you
mean,
guys.
which is funny because
tell
like
her.
not on here, I think I'm the louder one. Like
She
at
is.
night.
I always her and our oldest.
And
I'm always
Tyler
like,
sometimes.
why are you talking so loud? But he's
It'll supposed to
he's
be at
good,
night, though.
But he's good. Like our middle guy is like by far the loudest.
He's like a natural megaphone.
He
They're
is.
all loud though.
But at
She's
night,
loud
but he's
too.
always like, he's usually really quiet at night. Versus like, we'll be in the office at night, like talking about something. And she's like, so what do you think we should be doing tomorrow? I'm like,
I've always been like that too.
wait, this is just you and I sitting here at night and the kids are sleeping. Bring it down.
Yes.
down a
Well, but not on here. On here, you're a lot louder than me for some reason.
Yes. All right.
Whatever.
Michael Stockdale. He says, my wife wants me to start making cutting boards. Good luck with that, my friend. Larry, what's up, dude? Larry, YOLO Snail. I really like that screen name. I like the idea of drums saying no, I don't like the price of them. I hear you. JD Wood Creations, what is up? Let's see here. Who else we got? The Bug Assault. That's yeah. Got her. This here. KDD says she had her first job to build some custom shelves. What should we remember to ask? Any advice in general? We got our first job to build some custom shelves. What should we remember to ask? I'm not sure what that means, Katie. Honestly,
What was the question?
When you said you got your first job, like you got the job from somebody else? If I'm assuming that's what you're meaning, because you talked about you got some new tools.
Sounds like it.
And so, like, what should you ask? I mean, everything. Like,
All the questions.
Get a contract. Head to Made for Profit, and
Yeah.
It's podcast. I'm thinking of the episode. I think like if you start at episode 11 and listen to those, I think we talk about that because we talk about pricing.
And
But
John
you
does
want to
a lot
lock
of
it all.
custom stuff. Like does
Yeah.
John have a lot of good input on that?
Yeah, for sure. But you want to lock it all in. So you want to, custom shelves, depending, that could be,
Could be simple, could be complex.
simple, could be very complex, could be a
Yeah.
lot of money or a little. You want money up front for sure, and you want a signed contract, and you want that money to be non-refundable money and depending upon the design, and like just make sure that they also sign off on the design, because if it is custom and it's not just like something that you've made for other people, make sure they say like exactly what the material is, the sizing, where it's going to go, all that stuff. Make sure that's all laid out and that they sign off, because when you get into custom stuff, the last thing you want to do, especially if it's one of your first jobs, is like leave something unknown and you assume one thing, they assume another. You show up to install it and they're like, this is not what I asked for. And you're like,
That
I
stinks.
thought
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely look. I mean, I don't have any good input, but
But you've been on the
that
other
makes,
side.
What?
You've been on the other side a
I
lot
have.
recently.
Yes,
Because
we're
we've
doing
been
some stuff in
hiring
the
painters,
kitchen.
and
Yes.
we've been talking about interior painters, and we have like half a dozen of them out here,
I
and they all
honest-
said different things too.
Right. They all had different ways of doing things and ways of pricing things. But and I know I'm not on the end of doing the work here like you are, but I learned so much in that process of talking to people coming out, trying to book someone to paint our cabinets in our kitchen, and then realizing just how the whole thing worked a little bit better to know what questions to ask. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you know of somebody that's kind of already doing something at all similar to what you are, like doing custom work, I would really hit them up too, especially in your area,
great.
because I mean, like sometimes you just have to learn by experience, but any little bit you can get.
And a great spot for that is the Made for Profit Tribe group on Facebook.
Yes, that's a great idea.
We have like 1,500 people over
They'll
there.
give you feedback.
Go out there, ask that question there, and you'll get
Yes, that's what you should do for sure.
Of responses.
I would listen to the podcast, but then also that way you can get some active responses, and hopefully a lot of those people that have gone before you will be able to like give you great insight to hook you up.
Rick said I should have hit you with the fly swatter.
I know, I saw that.
It does sound like something, but I know.
No.
I know because
that
I know
would
that
not
would gross
go
her
over well.
out. So
it would
like,
gross me out. I mean, it's a fly swatter.
All right, track saws are so expensive. You get them for 70.
Is a track saw?
For 70. That's pounds, right? 70 pounds for a track saw?
How much is
You're
that
joking.
in dollars?
What is it? It's
like $100.
It's actually
I'm gonna
yes,
Google it.
yeah. It's because
Well, it depends on the exchange rate, right?
We got paid by a sponsor recently, but it's about $100. Yeah, we got paid in pounds. Well, I didn't get. They converted it, but I was like, they're like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like a decent rate, and they're like, that's in pounds, and I'm like.
Oh.
And I did the conversion, and I was like,
kidding.
oh, sweet, that's like 30% more.
I'm very impressed with myself.
What?
70 pounds sterling is $97.90.
That's like $100.
It's like, you round that up, $100.
Round it up and you're good.
Yep.
That's
a lot though. Yeah. Did you ever answer his question about that, or were we just reveling in the fact that it's $100?
I just was kind of asking, like, it wasn't really a question, it was more of a statement. So
why are they so expensive? Well, they're really versatile, right?
I just don't see how you could make them for that cheap.
Make them for what? Make what for what cheap?
Like make a track. I was asking like what kind of saw is it and what kind of, because like to have the track. I mean, not like extrusion is super cheap.
I'm thinking of the actual thing. This
oh no,
is the
I think he was saying a track saw.
Gotcha. Never mind.
Yeah, like a whole thing.
The whole thing.
Because it's like a circular saw that costs
whole
$150 already. Up until about a week ago, Susan thought that it was. Then maybe this is a good thing. Like,
I mean,
what things did you
this is
think?
so
the name of
surprising
it?
to me. Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea.
I'm going to type it out. I'm going to type it out. So this is what I said. We were talking about something. I said, yeah, it's the whole kit and caboodle. And then Susan said it, and then I could tell by the way she was saying it. This is how she was saying it. Kitten.
Like,
meow meow. Caboodle.
Which is ridiculous because I read all the time. I'm a huge reader. So like I know expressions and like I just know lots of silly things I don't need to know from reading so much.
Caboodle.
But for some reason, it sounds just like kitten caboodle, you know? And I could just picture like a box full of crazy kittens just going crazy, you know? But kit and caboodle makes more sense.
Yeah.
But a caboodle, I mean,
Kitten caboodle.
in my day, caboodles were like the things we put like hair accessories in, not like, I don't know. So yeah, what did you not realize you were saying the wrong way?
The wrong way.
Please make me feel better.
Andrew is getting the form for the snowboard.
All right, you get it, Andrew.
Hope you figure out how to get that sanding done, dude, because hope you don't try it on the top of your drum sander.
What did you see?
What? Stephen Wilton lying in a hospital bed watching you guys. Oh, dude, man, I hope
Yeah.
you're okay. A biopsy to find out some.
Hopefully it's not bad news,
Oh,
Steven.
man, yeah. I hope not, man. Please. Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
we'll be praying for you,
Absolutely.
for sure.
What brand surfacing router bit do I suggest for flattening a big walnut slab? Philip,
Servicing route.
I have.
What brand?
I've not used too many of them. I have one surfacing bit, and it is a white side. It's a white side, but it's a 1-inch bit made for a trim router. So you can't really go. You might be able to go to 1.25 inches, but you don't want to. So it depends on what kind of router you're using. If you're using I assume you're using something larger, and then you could go up to maybe 1.5 inches, or even I don't know as how big those go. But I know Whiteside makes some, and I know Amana Tool makes some as well. You can get like super expensive. Like some of them have carbide inserts. Like some of those bits are like a couple $100, like at least.
Ooh.
So I would check out Whiteside for sure. The one I have, I think.
Oh, that's what Bill Bender said too. White side.
I can't remember how much it was. I think it was $50-$60. I got it at Woodcraft. So still not cheap, but it is carbide tips versus like the removable inserts. Mm-hmm. Let's see. You all right over there? Jeez. Don't burp down into the microphone.
Sorry. beer.
Jeez. Isaac Truss, we are doing great, man. We are doing great. We were both using snowball mics. Most likely my problem was that you left my USB adapter for the Mac at home. There you go.
That'll do it.
Another good thing on the snowball, what I always do as well is I'll put a blanket, a big fuzzy Sherpa blanket behind it. And that just kind of kills all the bounce back and everything.
There's always a blanket in the office.
In the office, that's right.
There's always lots of random things in the office. Not right now. The office is so cleaned up.
Yeah.
Brad worked really hard on it.
I did today.
And then I vacuumed it.
Susan worked super hard through the house today too.
I did.
We did a lot of cleaning.
We did that last week.
I'm cleaning up the shop.
We're trying.
I'm trying to clean up the shop for the next round.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I mean, it's a process right now, but you guys can relate to that, right? You've got stuff that just is taking up space.
Yes. That's
where we're at right now.
Katie in the house.
Katie's
She's
back.
here, so we can talk about the masala in a minute.
Yes, we waited for you, Katie.
Big Willie, I use my own built one. I have a video on it. The table saw sled that I use, Fred the sled, as he is aptly named, is one that I built out of 1/2-inch Baltic birch and then 3/4 laminated for the sides, or for the ends, for the fences, whatever. If you go, it's on the YouTube channel, and I have free plans for it. So if you're looking to make one, you can go check that out. Some free plans. See it as an option. If you don't like it, no big deal.
You can name him whatever you want.
You can name him.
Remember the guy? There was a guy that emailed us, and he.
It was Ned. Ted. It was Ned. I think it was Ned.
No, he named it Ruby or something. Because it was his daughter's middle name, and so she christened it a certain. It was really cute. It was very sweet, and then she was like building something for her with it. It was really sweet.
Yes. All right. What's my take on the Craig track saw? Toby, I like it. I have it. I've been using it for over a year now, I think. It's great.
Which one?
Way better. Like, it was my first track saw, so I'm comparing it to a circular saw.
Right.
I'm comparing it to a cordless circular saw and the AccuCut, and it is a huge step up from that. In terms of just accuracy, dust collection is the biggest. You right there, kiddo?
Having issues.
Dust collection is amazing. I mean, it's not 100%.
You know that's the way to your heart right there.
It is. But comparatively, because it has the enclosed housing around the entire blade and in the back, it's just the dust collection is so much better. So, yeah, I would highly recommend that.
They had him at the dust collection.
They did.
Yes.
With no reservations. I've enjoyed it a lot. That said, I've not used other track saws, so I can't compare it to them. I'm comparing it to, again, the AccuCut and a circular saw. So it's way better than that. Let's see here. Steven, punching above my weight.
He really is.
I always, Steven. That's why I have to keep her on her toes.
That's right.
Keep her interested.
He keeps me waiting, peeking around corners, making sure he's not going to scare me.
Just for fun, 234, how's it going? Is the whole adaptive cutting system from Craig worth it, or is the track saw fine? Ooh, Adam, that's a great question because it's a lot more. The system, so the whole system, if you guys are not familiar, is a table. It's similar to the MFT from Festool. I'm trying to think of the price.
Oh, the thing down there?
So I think the track saw on its own, I believe, is $400. I think it's $399. Is that with track? I can't remember if that's with track or if it's I can't remember if it's $300 and then with track it's $400 or if it's $400 and $500. I think it's $400 with the track. So that's one side of it, and then the whole system with the base and everything, I think is $899. So what is that? So $900 versus $400. So you're paying an extra $500. Is that table worth $500?
For the thing that flips
for the
up
whole
and
and all the system. I can't remember what exactly comes with it. So I'll just comment on the usage, then you can figure out on the pricing. If I didn't, so the one thing that the one thing it doesn't do a great job of for me because of my setup is like ripping down full sheets. So that's still going to be an issue, especially if you have to rip the length of one. Like that's not going to help you because what happens is like you have the MFT, which is like a table, and then you've got a track that is on hinges that comes down. So you're still not going to be able to rip full length. So that's a downside. And oh yes, sorry, other one. Fingerprint for password. I was like, what are you doing?
Keeps me locked out.
I was like, that's for later. Hold on. And so that's one downside. And then the other downside is just like having huge sheets. You definitely need other support because the table's only 30 inches wide or so. Yeah. So you have to have in feed or out feed. Other than that, so those are the two things. Like if you're doing a full sheet of 3/4, full sheet of MDF, something like that, it's still a little bit to handle. Other than that, it's awesome because you can set it up, just set your track right on there, use the 45s, use the angles. So if I was doing if I was a contractor and I was doing a lot of on the job site work and like cabinetry and I had to cut plywood and do custom things there, that would be a great option. If you had a shop where you just didn't have the space for a table saw, I think that'd be a great option. If you have a full table saw and you have the space, and you have a miter saw, I don't think it, for me, I don't use it a lot. I don't think it's as necessary. I think it's a great replacement for a table saw. But if you have a table saw, I don't think you need it. I think just having a nice workbench and then using the track saw to rip stuff on the floor or whatever, and that's what I do. All right, what else do we have here? Buying lumber online. I'd be interested to hear about that. I've never done it.
Katie says she has. Woodworker Source?
Yep, Woodworker Source.
Yep.
I've heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Take on the new Craig pocket hole jigs. Michael, I've not used those yet.
It's like a Craig night tonight.
It is. It's all right. Craig's a big sponsor of ours.
That's true, yeah.
And we love their products. They make great stuff. I was just looking over here. They just came out with a new what do you call the thing? Crosscut guide dealio, dealy whacker.
It's a little
and actually, I shot some things. So if you get the Woodcraft catalog,
dealy whacker, just look under dealy whacker. You'll find it there.
You may or may not see me on the cover. I don't know if they're actually going to put me on there, but from the pictures that I sent them.
Send them the pictures.
Yes, but that was the intent.
We did our part.
Yeah. Big Willie, I've not gotten the dust collection plumbed in yet.
No.
I've been talking about that for
only
2 years.
Can we just talk about how surprising that is?
It's not surprising. What's surprising, because it's not surprising because I still use it on everything. I just do it a very stupid way. Which is
but
not
you're
surprising
Mr.
at all.
Efficiency.
Yeah.
You are, and you're Mr. I hate dust. I think it was more an issue at the beginning of
I'm also
once you put that in.
Mr. Indecision.
Right, that is true.
So,
Mr. Indecision won out on that one. But you're right, you do have the setup where you can do it the way you are.
Yeah.
And it works for you for now.
That's right.
That's right.
12 volt versus 18. T-Hub, what's up, dude? Where do I find myself reaching for the most often? Dude, for sure 12. By far. I love 12 volt drills because they're just so easy to handle, right? And I came from the rigid 18 volts, which were just huge, just dumbbells. They're just so big, so heavy.
You just do some curls.
Yeah, I just be like, if I ever have some downtime, I'll just do the curls of the rigid.
But there's a video in that.
there might be. So they're just so heavy, and so going to a 12 volt subcompact, and rigid does have those now. I've not used them, so kudos to them for making that step. But just even going down to the 12 volt, I would use the rigid 12 volts. Before I got the Surge. So the 12 volt Milwaukee Surge is my absolute favorite drill. It's an impact driver with hydraulic dampening in the driver mechanism, so it's very quiet. Yes. It's fantastic. And then my other go-to one is the subcompact 12 volt DeWalt. And so those are the ones that I reach for the most, for sure. And then if I'm doing something a little bit bigger, I typically go for the subcompact DeWalt 18 or 20 volt.
There you go.
Now you know. And the next projects, I think we will do the kitchen hacks next.
We'll have the new.
That's not a piece of furniture. I don't know. What's our next piece of furniture?
Oh, I don't know. I don't
maybe
know.
the bed.
What bed?
For our daughter.
Oh yeah, we talked about doing a bed for
potentially.
And another bed. This would be bed number 2 for her.
Yes, maybe a bed.
Yeah.
Because she wants the loft now, and she needs the space in her room.
That girl has more toys. She's 9. If anyone has a 9-year-old daughter, you probably get it.
Oh gosh, she's got.
And we went through them, and it's better now. But she just plays with stuff all the time.
She might legitimately have 100 dolls.
I mean.
Of different varieties.
Yeah.
Like Barbies.
The Barbies alone.
LOL, OMG.
All that crazy stuff. But so she
what
would really
ones?
benefit.
What are the little Shopkins?
Shopkins. She doesn't really play with this as much, but she wasn't ready to get rid of them yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
So whatever.
It's a lot.
But her having a loft bed would be great because she would really use that space underneath.
It would be. Next shop project's going to be a wood rack. Kind of boring, but it's going to really help clean up the floor space here in the shop.
And then possibly kitchen stuff, like
And then,
hacks,
kitchen-
things to do for efficiency.
Kitchen hacks and
All the
stats.
stuff that we did in the last video, like the under the sink storage, that's amazing. Like all of those, like the cabinet store, the counter, what am I trying to say? Cookie sheet storage.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the video or not, but it is amazing. Like
It
I
is.
just feel
We
like
use that all the
our
time.
kitchen feels so custom now. Just the storage, not the kitchen, but the storage is delightful.
Is awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
It has turned out very well.
It's worked
Scott,
out
what's
well
up, dude?
for us.
Hey,
Scott.
Oh yeah, no work. I never. I mean, I figured they would not be doing it.
What now?
Workbench
Con. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe people are going to postpone stuff until the
It's-
fall. I feel like that.
No,
would
I think they're
be-
going to do it in February of 2022, is what they said.
Oh, there you go. They're not going to do a virtual one or anything.
Or wait a minute.
It's 2021.
Oh, this year? No, they were. Oh yeah.
I'm saying like a lot of things are getting pushed to like September, October.
They said. I'm pretty sure they said fall of February of 2022.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I guess I was reading that the wrong way.
What you thought it was like?
I don't know what I was thinking. Let's see here. Yeah, dilly. That's right, Jonathan. The dilly whacker. It is not a euphemism. It's just.
It's just a silly word.
Dillo Gaggins for Frodo. How did I just say that out loud? That's not a good name. You should change that.
Except you laughed.
I did. I mean, sorry. All right. I heard on John's IG that he was going to be doing a podcast with Johnny Brooke. I don't think he's doing one. I mean, I would. Yeah, that would be
Have you heard
news
about
to
that?
me.
Yeah.
But maybe he does. Johnny's a good friend of both of ours, so
Yep.
who knows? Let's see what else we got. I didn't know who that. I can't see. Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Bilbo Baggins because that's just inappropriate. Made the dead bed. Katie D made the day bed for our 12-year-old, and she loves it. Awesome.
Oh, good.
Our daughter also loves it, but she's just running out of room.
And
It's great. It is great storage because like the one
We're
drawer on
using
the
the
right is
drawers.
like Barbie storage, and it's like.
I said, if the Barbie
packed.
stuff does not fit in a drawer, you have too much and you need to get rid of things. And so she got it all to fit pretty much. But yeah, no, the storage is really good. I mean, because otherwise you have a normal bed and that's just kind of all wasted space. So she loves it, but she would freak out if she got the loft bed that we're thinking about making.
She would like it. We're going to try to do like some kind of cabin-y type,
Like a farmhouse,
Cool.
modern farmhouse cabin-y bed. Remember when she was little, she wanted this bed, a loft bed when she was younger that was like a cute little house. Now she would probably hate it. You'd have to repaint it or something. But she was like in preschool and it was this cute little house bed. She like would relentlessly ask you for that.
Yes.
But so this is like a little
Just kept
upgraded
breaking her
version of that I think would have more staying power.
Yes. Thoughts on setup blocks for setting table saw height? James, I don't use them because I use the combination square mainly. So I tend to, and I don't use them just because I like the idea, but I don't like the idea of having a bunch of them and having to store them. Where'd my thing go? It's not over there. Oh well, it's floating somewhere around the shop. But I use the combination square for doing most of that, and I find that the easiest. So I'll just adjust it and then set the end of the ruler down, and then just hit the top or the bottom of the little right angle of the combination square with the top of the blade. So it works fine. But a lot of times also I'll just use, if I'm doing anything, I'll use wood for it. I'll use like whatever I'm cutting. So if I'm cutting wood to match a 1/4 inch piece of plywood, a 1/4 inch setup block's not going to help you because plywood's undersized. So I'll just take the piece of wood, put it up next to it, and then check it out.
Hi.
Hi, hello, how are you doing?
Shifting. I feel like I was falling off my chair.
Shifting. Let's see who we got. Katie is talking about tackling power management and lighting issues. Ooh, that does sound fun. I'm telling you what, dude. The Workbench Con is on for 2020. I want to be there. I'm so bummed.
What? Workbench Con?
Yeah, like I'm so bummed that of just all the travel and not being able. Like we want to get out of here. I know, like we talked about that earlier. Like so many people want to get out and travel. My parents both. My dad just got his second vaccination today, so
your mom has had
they're both now
hers.
vaccinated, which is awesome.
Right. But yeah, I mean, like, I gotta say, I feel like yeah.
Did your mom They did?
Last week.
Oh, awesome.
They both got it. They got like
first or second?
The second. And they both got a little bit tired, and like the day
But
after.
they also
the day after
they
the
also
second,
both had COVID.
Right, they got it back
And they were fine.
October. I mean, they were
was just
sick, but it was like a normal. It was like a bad cold. It sounded
Yeah.
like it was pretty miserable for a couple of days, and then they
But
were
we were
okay,
really
which
scared
was awesome.
because
Yes.
they're in their 70s.
Right, and they have some. Well, he definitely has some pre-existing conditions, and so, I mean, they were the people. They were of everyone in our orbit.
We were most scared.
They were the ones
for
that was
them
the
to get
most
it.
worried about getting it, and then they got it.
And then they got it, and they're
they're
like, "Yeah, whatever,
fine,
we're good."
thankfully.
So anyway,
Yeah.
yes, travel's going to be awesome. We will be getting vaccinated whenever we're in. What are we in? I'm sure every state does it different.
We're like the last group to get vaccinated, probably.
Well, we're not
Although,
because we're old.
Have you heard that people? Well, that's true. I've heard people
Dressing
are
up?
just like, what? Oh, they're dressing up to get them.
Yeah. Did you hear
Wow,
that? There was a guy
no,
that went
but
in full. No, I have no idea.
No, but like
I
I
can
have
know that.
heard about people like 29-year-old dude had like builds skateboards, got one or something. Like people like throw out examples of like, how did this person get a vaccine? But I think a lot of it is like if you show up maybe to wherever they're handing them out, and if they have extra, they don't want to waste them, so
Right.
they can give them to people in that situation.
They do that around here.
They
It's
do.
It's
but
all weird.
There
but
are so many
anyway,
people around here that
enough
want to
about
do
vaccines. We just want to travel. So
that. We want to get out of here.
we do.
But although I have to say we have it pretty easy because our kids at least have been in school most of the year.
Yeah.
I look at some states where these kids have been home like the whole time, and my hearts go out to you because that I can't imagine.
Yeah.
That would be hard.
No doubt.
Really hard.
Just for fun, I was going to say 23, 234. Absolutely. I'm glad you enjoyed the video. I need some new electric in the shop too. Speaking about
Yep.
some electric, because I've still got I've got my one air filter on with the lights, and so I can't leave it running and turn the lights off. That's kind of a pain
I
in the
don't
butt.
think I knew that.
Like when I leave, if I want it to run for an hour, I can't have that one on.
Well, you can't. You just have the lights on.
You just have to leave the lights on. That's right.
You're like Motel 6.
Yes,
Or
we'll
8?
leave.
8? Motel 8? 6. Definitely
Motel
not
6.
7.
No, it's Motel
Motel
6.
6. Yes.
Yeah,
Go
Motel
with my
6,
gut.
right? Isn't that guy like on? He's like your dude. He's like
Yeah, he's
Tom
on.
Bodett.
Yeah, he's on.
NPR.
Wait, don't tell me a lot. He's funny.
Yes. All right. What do we got here? Next project video. We're not sure. We keep going back and forth, but it's probably going to be the kitchen hacks, more kitchen storage. Let's see here, Katie. So Katie, let's just talk about for a minute Katie's. Well, not Katie's, because we actually didn't do the. Susan got she didn't know that it was going to the Fix This Build That
Right.
email, and so she went ahead and did. What was it? A tasty.
Skinny taste.
Skinny taste.
A lot of my recipes.
So I
come
feel
from
like
there.
we got.
So it's
I feel like we got
a lighter version.
So let me preface this.
Yes.
With.
Set the scene, honey.
Well. So I'm pretty sensitive to smell and taste because of smell and taste. Like you don't have a nose like this and not have like really good smell. So like I don't like really strong.
Did you say you don't have a
powerful
nose
stuff.
like this?
I said you don't have a nose like this and not have a good sense of smell.
I love your nose.
I know you do. Hail Caesar. And so like when I was like, ooh, it's like really spicy, but it's like a weird spice. I just don't like the spice. It's not like I think what we really like we like sweet, savory and salty,
yeah.
And that was more like
It was
just spicy
different.
for being spicy's sake. Like it was just like pungent, but
Yeah.
it wasn't bad. We liked it, but it wasn't like I would never be like, ooh, I want that.
Right.
It wasn't. It just was. It's just not like like I feel like people like you either like that or you don't. Like it just wasn't. I don't know. Like
Now, I have to say,
the cumin.
like, if
Is
it
the
was
cumin? Is
just
that
you
what it
and
was?
me, well, there
Or
was
the
cumin,
tamarind?
but then there was also the garam masala, which is
masala?
like their allspice. It's like Indian allspice
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of, and that had a lot of
smelled like
things
cinnamon.
in it. There was cinnamon in there. Yeah,
you go.
there you go. But I would say like if it was you and me on a date night, and we went to this nice Indian restaurant, and we had like warm naan bread, and we had all these things,
naan
you know,
bread.
and then we ordered that at a great place.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be amazing, and we'd be there, and we'd be like, yes, this is great. With our children on a Tuesday night with a light
Not happening.
recipe, it was okay. And I have to give my kids credit because they all ate it, and the boys didn't. Well, they they were telling us it looked like poop for a while there. I'm
They
like,
did not like it. They did
No.
not like the looks of it.
They didn't.
I mean,
but then they ate it, and
doesn't
they
look
were like, our
appetizing.
daughter kind of drug her feet a little bit, but not too bad.
shared it.
They all ate it, so
we'll
we're
give
very
it.
proud of them.
We'll give it the side thumb.
It's the side thumb, yeah. Like
That was also the skinny taste version.
right. It was
So I'm
not
sure-
Katie's recipe, and it was not
And maybe
like
your recipe is
a
super
full
safe.
fat recipe.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Who knows?
But-
that was our experience with chicken.
Chicken masala.
Tikka masala.
Yes.
Tikka masala.
We
I'm
better
thinking
know.
chicken marsala, which is
We could have that too.
totally different thing. All right, cool.
Sounds delicious as well.
It does. So, what was I was wanting to talk about something else. Do you remember?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Something else at the end?
I don't know. No, see, dude, I'm good on spices, Jonathan. Just not like I don't like the Indian
I
spices.
was gonna say, yeah, Brad
Yeah,
likes
no.
spice.
You give me like
Do not worry
like
about
a
that.
chipotle, habanero, jalapeno sauces. Like I'm good with those.
Yeah.
Those are, that's actually interesting. It's
that
just
is
like
funny.
the Indian. It's just a different. It's just a different type of spice. It's like it's not like a sweet or savory. It's like a I don't know. How would you describe it?
I
It's
made
like
black beans with your mom's recipe recently, and those aren't even spicy. Well, they have a lot of flavor to them. We like the flavor, you know.
Flavor.
And you definitely like spicy. Like we get chipotle
Yeah.
a lot, and then Brad takes
The chipotle sauce.
What is it? The smoked.
It's the chipotle. I think it's the smoked
chipotle Tabasco sauce, and puts that on there. And like
That's the good
every
stuff.
time I do it, and every time I'm so hungry and excited about it, I put on too much.
And
then I'm eating it, and I'm like, it's so hot. But it's so good.
Nice.
So
Motel
anyway.
6 and Super 8.
Yes.
Got it. Yes. Yeah, that's okay.
Level 2 pad thai. Oh, I love pad thai.
What was the one?
I used to
what
get
was that
pad thai
place?
takeout
What
all
was
the
it?
time when I was single.
What was the place? It
The
was right down-
lemongrass?
Yes, the
Lemongrass in Cincinnati. That was my favorite.
you're
I
ever
would
in
eat that
Cincinnati, go to Lemongrass.
way too much. It was so good. I haven't had it in a long time.
Katie
though, 'cause-
says garam masala is very pungent.
Well, I didn't put much in. It didn't call for a whole lot, but I
Yes.
don't know.
Steven, do I prefer working with plywood or MDF and why? That is a super easy question because I never work with MDF unless I have to or just have some left over because two reasons. The only, let me tell you the only redeeming qualities of MDF, and it does have some, is,
You don't have to paint it.
well, it used to be. The cost used to be cheaper, and now, that has crept up, so I don't even know the pricing anymore, if there's that much of a difference. But it used to be a lot cheaper. It is very flat. So it is completely flat, no voids. That is a big plus. And it takes paint well on the face, horribly on the edges, unless you have to treat them.
Oh, yeah.
But the downside is the dust. My Lord, the dust.
The worst part is the dust.
The dust is just atrocious. The dust, the weight, the lack of strength laterally. It'll be fine if it's standing upright. But if you're having it span any kind of distance, you're going to get a sag on it. It can't take any type of exposure to water, and it's just it doesn't hold screws well. There's
So a
just
lot of
not much.
downsides.
Yeah, like for signage, stuff like that, absolutely. But I would never build anything in the shop out of MDF, ever. As I say that, the top, other than using it for a top. I would use it for top because of the flatness and the smoothness. That's the only good reason to use MDF, in my opinion. People ask us all the time, like, "Hey, could I use MDF for this?" And I'm like, "You could."
You do whatever you want.
I would not recommend it.
Yes.
Because
advised.
it just doesn't have the structural stability because there's no grain to it. There's none of that interlocking. It's just a big mush of fiberboard dust. So there you go. Allergic to jalapenos, Katie. Oh my gosh, that's no good.
That does stink.
The last dab. Oh gosh, I've not had. You've had the last? I should buy some. I'm scared though. Have you ever seen? Like I feel like my tolerance for heat is probably pretty low.
I know
But
mine is.
you've watched Hot Ones from what is it?
Not a lot, but I've seen
what's
some of
the
them.
channel called? The Taste.
I don't know.
Something Taste.
Hot ones.
The
you
Hot
talking
Ones. It's
about-
like
The hot ones with the famous people in it?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a show. First We Feast, I think is the channel.
Oh, okay.
So First We Feast and Hot Ones, and the guy's name is Sean, I think. He's awesome. He's an amazing interviewer. I love watching that show, and like people just like lose their minds, and like people like think they're all hard, and then like Coolio tried to get all crazy, and then like he like
I have not seen
freaked
it
out.
enough. I think I've only seen like.
I've not
one.
watched them. I've not watched them recently. The best hot. So if you're gonna watch anything, go and if what's the guy? I don't even know the guy's. Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. Go watch Paul Rudd on Hot Ones, and if you don't love Paul Rudd after that, like you just have no heart. He is like the nicest dude. Like that interview and that thing. Go watch it. Paul Rudd, Hot Ones. It's just hysterical. It's like they like become best friends, like eating.
Oh.
I mean, it's just like, and he's
They
just like
bond.
so. Yeah, Paul Rudd is like the most genuine kind, and I assume like whatever. He's just like a super funny, personable guy, and it's just the greatest.
The thing that I think of with spicy food is the Try Channel. If anyone's
yes.
seen the Try Channel, it's a bunch of like Irish people trying foods and things from all over the world. But there's a girl on there that like she's just immune to everything, and she eats these
Ciara.
peanuts that are there's like this pack that you get, and it's like
the hot peanut challenge.
yeah, and they're like individually in the packaging, and you do them one at a time, and everybody else is freaking out, and she's just like tingles in the back of my throat. And,
She
like,
must
that's it.
have, yeah. She must have been smoking since she was 2.
But like every single thing, she's like that. It's ridiculous.
Let's see. Oh, visited Cincinnati and had a turtle at Gomez. What does that mean?
Gomez.
Had a
Graders? Maybe that was supposed to be Graders.
A turtle at Gomez.
Where is this?
Right here. I had a turtle at Gomez. What's that? That sounds like a euphemism or something. I had a turtle at Gomez.
I don't know about that.
I don't know what that means either.
I hope you mean like a turtle sundae at Graders Ice Cream.
Maybe
'cause
so.
That would be great.
Maybe so. Yeah, first we feast. There we go. Husband loves ghost peppers. No, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
No. Oh my gosh, no.
Gordon Ramsay's Hot Ones was awesome, Brian. He was like...
What was he doing? I need to watch this now.
We should
Yeah.
go watch that. We need to watch both of those. They're hysterical. Gordon Ramsay was like losing his mind. He had this like bag of
I'm surprised
stuff.
he had never eaten these before.
He did. But he was like, he had this bag of stuff, and it was just so hilarious. He just like kept pulling out like all these things to try to combat the heat, and then he's just cuzzing the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
It
That's
was
crazy.
It was funny. But he is kind of a jerk, yes.
No.
Tom Segura, Ashton Kutcher, Kevin Hart. Dude, Jonathan, I got to go watch all those. Those are
I
awesome.
know what we're doing after this.
I know. We might,
watch
yeah.
Hot
Sean
Ones.
Evans, he is. That's his name, Sean Evans. Let's see here. Adam Bauer made the silverware organizer, and your family loves it.
All right.
Yeah, you can win some good dad points or
That's
mom
like-
points with
It's a
doing some stuff like that.
It's a great project because it's, it doesn't require a ton of tools and you use it every day. If you're using it as a silverware organizer, like you said, you're going to use that multiple times a day, every day. And every time you see it, there's that
You're like,
sense of accomplishment.
I made that.
It's good.
I made that. Love it, love it, love it. Awesome,
Yeah.
cool. Well, guys, we are going to wrap it up. Look,
We're
we
gonna
didn't even
wrap
have
it
to deal with these Instagram people. I know you guys are all Instagram people too, but it's just
Right,
funnier
so
to
are
say it
we,
that way.
but-
But like the crazy jerks who you guys don't have to see anyway,
Right.
making inappropriate comments. But yeah, tonight was awesome. So
That's great.
thank you so much for joining. If you've not checked out the 6 nail gun mistakes video, it is out there, launched today. And yeah, we'll be working on the next project. Maybe kitchen stuff, maybe not. You guys know how we roll around here.
Yes.
And yeah, so
We'll keep you surprised.
we will keep you surprised. So have a great week. Get out there and build something awesome this week. And we will see you guys next Sunday. See ya.
Night.